Well, welcome back to Desert Smoke Reviews. Again, Wyatt's still in Poland, so we got our guest Jorge here.
Thank you for having me.
And, well, we're coming back here again with another Gurkha. This is actually the Class Regent. Actually, I've had this cigar before. I actually really enjoy it. It's a Toro. I believe it's 50 by 6 inches, but it is box pressed. And Duro wrapper. Construction looks really good. To me, it looks almost like a milk chocolate Snickers bar. Not a lot of veins. Nice double cap, firm pack. Looking real good.
Yeah, definitely well made. Very even, no seams. Cap looks great. Very smooth. Not much of a sheen, but enough that you can tell that the tobacco was aged properly.
Aroma, I do get that sweet tobacco. Not really a chocolate sweetness, but like a sweet tobacco for me. Maybe a bit of earth and leather, but all over a nice, good smelling cigar.
Yeah, it definitely has a pleasant nose to it. Almost a kind of fruity.
Yeah,
I hate to say like a cranberry, but something a little bit more acidic than what I typically smell off of a cigar. But definitely pleasant.
I definitely get that off the foot, that more like acidic, fruity flavor to it.
This reminds me of craisins.
Yeah. Well, let's get it cut up, toasted up, and see how it goes.
I'm trying to toast mine before cutting the cap. It's not something I typically do, but a lot of people seem to be a fan of it, so I figured I'd give it a try.
My cut wasn't super great, but no major construction flaws.
I'm having some technical issues with my lighter.
Here, try this one. Right off for me, you can definitely tell it's of good quality. Very smooth smoke. That smoke gives, right off for me, a nice, I would say, yeah, a light creamy texture. It really gives nice to a medium body. Again, probably medium in strength as well. Flavor, I'm getting that sweet tobacco. Not a chocolate sweetness, not a fruity sweetness, just a sweet tobacco. Definitely getting hints of leather and earth as well. And they kind of mold together into a relatively long finish for me.
Yeah, very earthy, very smooth. I'm getting almost a coffee flavor. Not so much a chocolate or anything like that, but very pleasant. Nice start. Certainly sets you up to have some positive expectations for the rest of the cigar.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the first third and see how it develops. Welcome back. We're about 15 minutes in to this Gurkha Class Regent. I'm about a little over an inch. Some ash fell off, depending on which side. I got a little bit of a wonky burn, but nothing really crazy. Medium in body, medium in strength. Flavors are actually really good. I still get that sweet tobacco. It's definitely very earthy for me, but I started to pick up that coffee that Jorge had mentioned, and it really adds to the profile of this cigar for me. That smoky texture, that creamy texture from the smoke I mentioned, really complements that coffee flavor that goes into the finish and adds just a dimension to the cigar that's very enjoyable. Other than that, I mean, I just haven't got anything bad to say about this cigar just yet. The smoke is very aromatic. It has a nice woodsy aroma to me. Just really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, very pleasant cigar. Exceptionally smooth. Yeah, I didn't pick up on the creaminess initially when I mentioned that coffee flavor, but mine's been burning a little bit quicker than Justin's. Had a bit of a runner, but was able to correct it, and now it's burning very evenly. but it reminded me a lot of having a latte. It's got, you know, that the creaminess, the texture of the smoke, the sweetness coming off of the wrapper with the earthy kind of coffee notes. So far, very enjoyable smoke. I know the Gurkhas can be hit or miss. So far, though, no complaints about this stick.
Well, let's get into the second third, approach the band, and see how. Welcome back. We're about halfway through this Gurkha class Regent. So far, no big construction issues. Burns not razor sharp for me, but not needing a touch up. Always medium in body, always medium in strength. It draws just fine. Flavors hasn't changed. I don't want to say it's overly complex or a one-trick pony, but because there are a couple of flavors in there, but it's the same notes from the finish, or from the first third. Just getting that sweet tobacco. That's going into a nice coffee into the finish, and that creamy texture of the smoke really gives into that, like Jorge mentioned, a nice latte. It's always been kind of like an earthy body to it as well. Just a nice, real pleasant cigar. The smoke is still very aromatic, a nice woodsy aroma for me. Really no changes, but still a very good cigar.
Yeah, not the most complex, but like Justin said, very pleasant, very smooth. I didn't pick up on any changes either. For a little while, it seemed like it got a little earthier, and I thought it was going to kind of take a turn, but yeah, it might have just been a different spot that I was hitting. But for the most part, I still get that coffee. I still get that creaminess, nice oiliness on the lips from the wrapper. Really a pleasant smoke, not overly complex, not something that you'd have to worry about setting aside a great deal of time and putting a lot of thought into, but something that you can just smoke and enjoy.
Let's get into the final third. Welcome back. We're at the final third of this Gurkha class Regent. For me, it's always been medium in body, medium in strength. The burn, I had some issues in the first part, but it turned into being almost razor sharp for a while. Flavors really haven't changed for me. I've really lost the coffee. I still get that sweet tobacco. It's still kind of got a creamy texture to the smoke. And for me, the earth didn't really ramp up, but it's really playing a major part in the finish. To me, that sweetness just dives into a nice earthiness. Just an overall very pleasant stick. It's nice Maduro. I have no complaints. It's really good. It does lack some complexity, so if I was going to rate it, I'd give it a nice 7.5. I think it's a good all-around stick, but it does lack complexity. But other than that, nothing bad.
Yeah, I think I agree with almost all of that. For me, the earthiness did kind of take a backseat to sort of a woody flavor. The sweetness is still there, not quite as strong, but I lost the coffee as well. No burn issues apart from that runner that I had at the beginning that I was able to correct, and after that it's burned almost razor sharp. Still very smooth, still very creamy. One of the things I like a lot about this particular cigar is just the aroma coming off of the foot. It's kind of distinct. It's hard to describe. I don't want to say floral, but there's definitely something unique to it. I'm not sure if you pick up on that.
I always, a nice woodsy aroma, but yeah, I can, it can be floral. It's just, to me, it's just very aromatic smoke that I enjoy. Not every cigar's smoke is aromatic and very pleasant. This one is one that is, and the price point. I know online you can get a box of them for $60. I mean, $3 a stick, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, I'd say as far as $3 sticks go, this is definitely up there. If I didn't know that that's how much it cost, I would certainly be prepared to pay 2 or 3 times that for this one. I think it's that good. It's simple, right? It doesn't have that complexity that some Maduros would have. But what you do get out of it is that consistent creaminess, that nice kind of earthy undertone. It starts off with that coffee. It's just a very pleasant cigar.
Well, until next time, smoke them if you got them.